Greetings, Centennial State, and welcome to the Colorado Report. I'm Dave Rex. Twice a week, we bring you select headlines and side stories from the Rocky Mountain State. Thank you for joining us. On this midweek edition of the Colorado Report, we've got three stories for you, starting at the top from the Denver Post, posted November 27, 2018. In an unprecedented move, the Colorado State Board of Education decided Tuesday to wrest most control of Commerce City's struggling Adams 14 school district away from its local school board and turn over formal decision-making authority to an outside management group. The dramatic decision to yank oversight powers from a local school board is a first in Colorado, but is needed because Adams 14 is the lowest performing district in the state, and the future of the district's 7,500 students are at stake, said State Board member Jane Goff, who represents the Commerce City area. Quote, "We had to do this for the sake of the district and the kids involved." The action by the State Board on Tuesday details what the management group will do once it takes over. The written order was produced after consultation with the Colorado Attorney General's office, and it was triggered by a nearly decade-long track record of low test scores, lack of academic growth, high dropout rates, and lagging scores on college entrance exams. Ultimately, the management organization will be responsible for ensuring rapid and dramatic improvements for the students' families in the Adams 14 school district. Education Commissioner Katie Anthe said, "The management group has yet to be named. The Adams 14 School Board has until February 25th to pick an organization for the State Board's approval. The new managers will implement an instruction program that incorporates local assessments, scheduling, and any necessary professional developments for educators, according to the written order approved by the State Board. The organization, which can be public or private entity, will also be responsible for recruiting and retaining staff, coordinating community engagement efforts, supporting the local school board, recommending changes to the contract between teachers and the district, and recommending additional management operators for individual schools if needed," the written order said. While the Adams 14 School Board will have the responsibility to select the managers, the State Board's order requires the selected group to have a research-based approach and a proven track record of working with schools and districts in similar situations. The State Board also required the local board to involve community stakeholders in the selection process. If the Adams 14 Board does not meet the requirements laid out in its order, the Colorado State Board of Education could remove the district's accreditation and reorganize the district. That could involve getting rid of the district's boundaries or closing down the district altogether, according to the board. Next story on our list here is quite a controversial one. From the Colorado Springs Gazette, posted November 28, 2018. The Denver City Council has overwhelmingly approved a pilot program to allow drug abusers to shoot up under supervision. But the pilot program still needs the help of the state legislature, which convenes for 4 months starting in January. Denver is aiming to become the first U.S. city to allow sanctioned, supervised use of heroin, methamphetamine, and other illegal drugs. The council passed an ordinance 12-1 Monday night to set up an injection site as a pilot program aimed at steering users into treatment. More immediately, the sites are supposed to curb overdose deaths and prevent the spread of disease through shared needles. On Election Day this month, Democrats retained the governor's office and expanded their majority in the House, while seizing the majority in the Senate as well. In the last session, the Republicans in the Senate squashed legislation to allow just that, Senate Bill 40, even though it was sponsored in the chamber by Senator Kent Lambert, Colorado Springs Republican. Polis hasn't taken a position on injection sites yet. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock applauded the city's vote. Like cities across the country, Denver is seeing significant numbers of people dying each year of drug overdoses. He said there were still legal details to work out, but he supports the bill approved by the council and looked forward to signing it. Hancock said he was hopeful the General Assembly would get on board. Quote, Denver has taken this step, and we look forward to a continued partnership with the state legislature in addressing the opioid crisis and exploring changes to state law to allow for innovating solutions to this statewide problem. Brittany Peterson, Lakewood, Democrat, a state House member who was elected to the Senate in November, has led the Democratic charge on opioid addiction programs in the state House. She and State Representative Leslie Herod, Denver, Democrat, traveled to Vancouver in Canada to learn about supervised injection sites there. Peterson told the Associated Press Tuesday that she is confident the legislature in Democratic hands would support the pilot program. Quote, this is about keeping people alive today and ensuring that they get the help they need tomorrow. All right, and the last up, we have a bit of a PSA here from KKTV 11 News, your local news station. Colorado state officials have issued a health advisory for some pot products after pesticide residue was detected. The affected products were cultivated by Crossroads Wellness LLC, DBA Boulder Botanics. CDPHE and DOR deemed it a threat to public health and safety when pesticides that are not on the list of approved pesticides for marijuana use as determined by CDA are applied in a manner inconsistent with the pesticides label, DOR said in the release. The Colorado Department of Agriculture confirmed the presence of off-label pesticides bifenthrin and diurin after testing product samples. Consumers who have the affected products are advised to return them to the medical center where they were purchased. The following are up for recall. So there are a lot of letters and numbers here, so it wouldn't be good to read off, plus you'd have to have your card next to you or whatever product. But if you have gotten some product that's been cultivated by Crossroads Wellness LLC, then go ahead and take a peek at the links at theColoradoReport.com, where you can find this KKTV 11 News article. And that's it for this midweek edition of the Colorado Report. You can check out links and show notes for this and all episodes at the aforementioned theColoradoReport.com. You can email me at coloradoreport@gmail.com. You can tweet me at The Colorado Report. I'm on Instagram at Colorado Report. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon.